Alrighty, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Middlesex County Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Matt. I will be your facilitator. We have a great list of colleges to hear from this evening. Just a few reminders before we get started. As attendees, your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. You can ask your questions using the Q&A button you see on your screen, and I recommend using that Q&A button at any time during our time today to get those questions answered. A reminder to sign up for more sessions for later this evening. And another reminder that recordings for this session and all of our sessions tonight will be available at strivescan.com/Middlesex in a few days. And without any further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Rutgers University-Camden.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Kenny. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions here at Rutgers University-Camden. Can everyone see my screen? Yes, thumbs up?
Yes, we can.
All right, awesome. So we're going to go right from the beginning. So we're going to talk a little about Rutgers today and, go through who we are as Camden. So we were founded in 1929 as a South Jersey law school. So if you're not familiar with the Rutgers system, we are the state institution of New Jersey. We're housing 3 places. And in order to get that distinction, Rutgers needed to serve the entire state of New Jersey. We here at the Camden campus are the smallest of the 3. When students ask all the time, what's the difference in the Rutgers education? It's important to know that no matter what campus you go to, you're going to get a Rutgers education. It's truly, your degree will say that. It'll say Rutgers University. It's really about that experience. We are about 5,500 students. So again, we are the smallest. We are Division III athletics, and we have about 750 students that live in our residence halls right here in Camden. A little bit more about who we are. We are the top public school in South Jersey, something we are very, very proud of, and we've been ranked best bang for your buck. We're going to talk a little today about some of the special financial programs we have here at Rutgers University-Camden, and something we're really proud of is we are the first Purple Heart University Camden campus in the state of New Jersey, so supporting our veterans and their families. So although we're part of that giant Rutgers system, we're kind of this little family here in South Jersey. So talk a little about our academic excellence. So the majority of you will be in the College of Arts and Sciences. That's the bulk of our majors, everything from the arts, the sciences, the social sciences, biology, anything you can imagine will fall into that school. We also have our School of Nursing for any nurses out there and our School of Business. Our law school for Rutgers is also housed on the Camden campus for any of those graduate programs or postdoc programs that you're thinking about in law. And a little bit about our faculty. So we're really privileged to have that Rutgers education and that Rutgers support here in Camden. And one of the fun facts we like to talk about is, probably everyone has taken a COVID test at this point. And if you've taken that test where you had to spit in that little tube, that wasn't anywhere else but at Rutgers University was that created for the entire world. So being part of that giant microcosm that is Rutgers here in our little campus is something we're really, really proud of. 99% of our faculty have that higher level degree. Different scholars right now. We have a Pulitzer Prize winning author heading up our English department. So again, something we're really, really proud of getting that large, big school education here on our campus. Right from day one, you can do research here at Camden. Our size, again, something we're really proud of, allows you to do research and research opportunities right from day one. You don't have to wait to your junior or senior year, and we'll get you up with those faculty and get you supported through that process. Again, published in national journals. You'll hear Rutgers in the news all the time. And our class size is on average about 15-to-1 ratio. When you're in your larger first year courses, you will run about a lecture hall at about as big as about 50, and then anywhere into your major courses, it could be anywhere from 5 to 12 students. So again, you really get that hands-on experience with your faculty here on campus. Campus life, probably my favorite thing to talk about here is if you've ever been to the Camden Aquarium or seen a concert at the BB&T, that's where we are in Camden. We are actually the closest Philadelphia campus to the Liberty Bell, and we're right across the bridge here in New Jersey. We have over 50 clubs and organizations. We have a Civic Engagement Institute, something we're really, really proud of that our students take part in, that it offers students scholarships and efforts and really helps not only the city of Camden or the greater Philadelphia area, but all around the world. We are proud to be an anchor institution in the city of Camden, supporting its revitalization, something, again, we're really proud of. State-of-the-art facilities, our nursing school was just built. Our residence halls have just been refurbished. So again, you're getting that experience on this little green campus, footsteps from Philadelphia. And then on-campus events. So we are we're really proud again of that. Over the pandemic, our students held about 350 virtual events, everything from you can imagine, from the clubs and organizations to the honor societies to I even witnessed a Quidditch game happen virtually. And I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but throwing balls throwing balls at each other, running around with brooms, everyone was having some fun. So again, something that you'll see in our little campus and that family that you become part of. Our residence halls are all physically on our campus. We house about 750 residential students, everything from traditional to apartment style housing. We are proudly the safest of the Rutgers institutions, being right here at the foot of Philadelphia, the foot of the Ben Franklin Bridge. You're really safe and secure in this little green campus that is Camden. I love this picture because I've just talked about where we are, but this is the view from our campus to the greater Philadelphia area. We are on that waterfront, and our students take part in that job and internship market that is Philadelphia, the 6th largest metropolitan city in the country, footsteps away. So you have that quietness and that family feel of campus while being a 70-cent ride on the Paco right to Center City. And you really can get anywhere. You hop right on that Paco, you take the subway to 30th Street Station. It's the Northeast Corridor headquarters for Amtrak. You can take that wherever Amtrak goes, or about another $1.50 will take you down to Philadelphia International Airport. So you can get anywhere while being sandwiched between not only the other Rutgers campuses, but New York and the DC area. So just a little bit about our admissions. Something to know about the Rutgers system. We are completely test optional this year. You are not required to submit the SATs or the ACTs. The only school that does that is the School of Pharmacy in New Brunswick. So that is something that, again, to support our students, we want to make sure you can hand them in. It doesn't hurt you. We will only review them if they are positive for you. We are looking at that self-reported academic record. So you want to make sure you get those grades in to the best of your ability and what you know is going on. And the biggest question we get asked is what kind of essay we want. We just want to make sure our students are really telling us who they are and the why. So I'm just going to talk a little about our Bridging the Gap program real quick. This is for New Jersey students based on your income. If you fall into this bracket, you will actually get your Rutgers education for free. And then all in all, the outcomes, we have a 96% placement rate right out of graduation. Our mid-career salary is about $87,000, and you enjoy that's being in that alumni network of about 650,000 Rutgers alumni. So just want to say thank you so much. If you have any questions specifically about us or any of the Rutgers systems, feel free to email on the screen, admissions@camden.rutgers.edu. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, Brian. And next, we will hear from St. Elizabeth University. Just a quick note, they do need to head out after our session. So if you have any questions for St. Elizabeth University, make sure you ask them now. You're up.
All righty. Thank you so much, Matt. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I am here just to give you a little information about St. Elizabeth University. I am the dean. I am the director of undergraduate admissions here at SEU. So first, I just wanted to start by showing you one of our really exciting buildings on campus. This is our Annunciation Center. There's our mascot, and I will get into a little more specifics here and try to keep it fairly short. I know you have a lot of schools to hear from. Okay, so a few things about SEU, the really important stuff. We were founded in 1899 by the Sisters of Charity as an all-women's school. In fact, we were one of the first schools for women in New Jersey, and we're really, really proud of that. In 2016, we did become co-ed, and we started to allow men into our regular programs. And that really opened up a lot of avenues for us and a lot more students to come join us and make for a much more diverse campus. And then last July, we actually became a university. So we were previously the College of St. Elizabeth, and now we are St. Elizabeth University, which really that designation just means that we offer a lot more graduate programs, and we're growing and expanding. So we're really proud of some of those milestones in our history. We have been ranked second in all of New Jersey when it comes to being one of the schools of best bang for the buck. So that means that we offer a really great education at an affordable price. So we're very, very proud of that. About 70% of our students live on campus, and we have a big commuter population as well. But we do, encourage our students to live on campus so that they can get the benefit of participating in student life and athletics, so on and so forth. So, being founded by the Sisters of Charity, We do have a mission based in service. So a large, not a really a large part, but a big part of our programs is, participating in community service, getting out, getting involved. Some of our students, do drives for local shelters. There's a lot of involvement in the community, and, it's great for the community, and it's also great for our students so that they get out there and they get real world experience. So that's a huge part of our mission and all of our programs. We are in a prime location. We are very close to the city. We have a train station right on campus. So we have New Jersey Transit. It is the Morris Essex line, which goes right into Newark. It does connect to a couple of different places that will allow you to get to New York City and Philadelphia as well. And the beauty of having this train station on campus is that it allows students to participate in internship opportunities, to work, on the weekends or in the evenings. But we do have a lot of really great students who participated in some internships in the city. We recently had a student ambassador who was working at Fox News. She had her internship, and then she actually ended up becoming employed upon graduation. So having that access really is key to success. So we pride ourselves on that. We are a small liberal arts school, which really just means that we are a family, and we pride ourselves on allowing our students access to their professors. We don't let our students fall behind or struggle. We really want to see every single student succeed. Your professor will know you by your name. And if you don't attend class, they will reach out to you and say, hey, what's going on? Is there something that we can help you with? Is there something that, I can do for you? It's really important. We want to see every single student succeed. We offer tutoring, whether that be with a professor or with a peer. It's very, very important. We have accessibility services available as well. Here's a few of our majors. We have many combined degree programs, which really allow our students to focus on their studies and get their master's done in 5 years. So if you'll look, you'll see business administration, criminal justice, education. A lot of those programs are really popular here. And we, your 4th year is actually your final year of your undergrad, but your 1st year of your graduate, and you pay the undergraduate rate. So that's really, really important. And it also eliminates the whole application process for a grad school. You don't have to leave. You're familiar with your professors, you're familiar with campus. So we think those are great opportunities for our students, and we really try to encourage students to stay for their masters so that they can have that done and out of the way, and they don't have to go through it again in a few years. Making your career happen is very important. Like I said, it's important to check out your majors and minors and make sure that the schools that you're looking at have what you need. Every school has something different. So you definitely want to take a look at that when you're considering schools. Here are a few of the really great programs we have at SEU. First is our Global Scholars Program. This is unique to St. Elizabeth. It is a bridge program that we offer to most of our students. It is a summer program. It's free. So when a student applies and we evaluate their application, we make the recommendation that some students participate in this before enrolling, and then we recommend that some of them have the option, right? So it really is something that our students benefit from. They will talk about it, and they really form great relationships, which benefit them throughout their time at St. Elizabeth. One more thing that's really unique to SEU is that we have a promise program, which is guarantees that our students will find employment upon graduation. And this is if you take part in this program throughout your time at St. Elizabeth. All students are automatically enrolled, but definitely check that out if it's something that you're interested in. Our application process is pretty simple. Our app is free and it is online. We accept the common application and we accept this, the application that's on our website. It's easy to get to, steu.edu/apply. We just need your transcript to start your evaluation. So very easy. If you have any questions, I will put my contact information in the chat for you. And I thank you all for your time tonight.
Great. Thank you so much. We have a slight schedule change. So instead of hearing from Florida Memorial University next, they're going to go last. And now we will hear from American International College.
Hi all, thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Erica. I am an undergraduate admissions counselor here with American International College. I'm going to go ahead and share, just one second. Perfect. So what this is here, and I will drop the link in the chat for students and parents, it's just a link to our quick fact sheet that we have. So American International College is in New England. We are on the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut. So we are 30 minutes north of Hartford. We are an hour and 15 minutes from Boston. We are an hour and 15 minutes from Providence. So we are kind of in the heartland of New England there. We offer a variety of different programs, but we mainly focus on the liberal arts and health sciences. So the admissions requirements for our general admissions requirements for programs the majority of our programs is going to be a 2.0 cumulative GPA. And then our health science programs, that is where the GPA will increase a bit. So exercise science will be a 2.7, nursing is now a 2.8. Occupational therapy being a 2.8 as well, and then physical therapy being a 3.2. We are a smaller school, so our class size is going to be about 1,300 students. So if you're looking for a little bit more of an experience where you can build that rapport with professors a little easier, your class size will usually be about an average of 18 to 20. We do not require your SAT or ACT scores as well, so we are test optional. The only item we will require is your official high school transcripts. So letters of recommendation and personal statements are optional. If you have an English teacher or a high school guidance counselor, someone who wants to write a letter of recommendation for you, that's certainly great and encouraged, but not required. Personal statements are great too, because they are the one area of the application where we as counselors really get to kind of know you on a more personable level. So why are you interested in the program that you're interested in? What do you hope to accomplish after you graduate? That's kind of really where you can dive into that. Here are some examples of the programs that we offer. Like I mentioned, liberal arts and health sciences are going to be kind of our heart of our program. So liberal studies, criminal justice, psychology, sociology. This pamphlet is interactive. So if you click on these links, it directly takes you to our website where you can look at that corresponding information. So minors are offered as well, and students are able to double major. That's something that they will work with an academic advisor on in kind of mapping out their program. Once you get to that point, you'll kind of outline each semester for you. We do accept AP courses. So if you have that on your transcripts, please send that information over and we will review that for potential transfer. We offer support services for students. So again, the hyperlinks here being interactive, you can find out more information about our different programs, like our peer-to-peer tutoring, our writing center, supportive learning services, and dive into that a little more. We do offer merit-based scholarships based on your cumulative GPA. And the higher the GPA, the higher the award. So this pamphlet does have a second page there that you can click through. Like I said, we are located here in the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut. We are known for the Basketball Hall of Fame. So this is actually where Springfield, Massachusetts is actually where basketball was formed and created on a cold, rainy day. They had to think of a way to keep students, entertained and engaged, and it was birthed in a high school gym out here. So we have the Basketball Hall of Fame. It is the home of Dr. Seuss as well. So we have a Dr. Seuss museum. We do have over 32 clubs and organizations. Again, if you click this link, it'll take you to the entire list of different clubs and kind of our homepage of that, different clubs and organizations that we have. And as far as the merit-based scholarships, so again, based on your overall cumulative GPA. So if you are at a minimum of a 2.0, you will be awarded a $12,000 scholarship, and the amount increases, with the highest being, the amount increases the higher the GPA, the higher the award, with the most being $22,000 per academic year. So this amount will be split between both the fall and spring semesters. Most students kind of stand kind of here in the middle and between 16 to 20 there. But that is guaranteed based on your GPA. And you can find more information about financial aid on those websites. Sports, we are definitely big on our sports culture as well. So we are NCAA, we are Division II for most sports, and then we're Division I for men's ice hockey. I will go ahead and then you can shoot us an email, give us a call there for more information. I will shoot the link to this pamphlet here in the chat for reference.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And next we will hear from Centenary University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Andrea. I'm actually a transfer enrollment counselor here at Centenary, but I did start on the freshman admission side, so I can answer any questions you guys have about our freshman admissions process. So we are a small private liberal arts university. Can you guys see my presentation? It's coming up different.
Yeah, we see your presenter view.
Oh.
So we can like see your notes and stuff. Yeah. It should...
All right, I'm just going to do it this way because it didn't do that when we tried it before. So as I said, I can answer any questions that you guys have for me about the freshman admissions process. So Centenary University is a small private liberal arts university located in Hackettstown, New Jersey. We are about 1,100 students on average, so we are quite small. And we are kind of nestled in the heart of a nice little mountain range. We are residential as well, so we'll have people from our community that help build our community feel on campus. So it's not just students, staff, and faculty. It's the people who live around the area as well. We have over 50 academic programs. We are NCAA Division III. We have 13 teams. We just made the change. We are now competing in the Atlantic East Conference. With 2 other teams currently competing in the CSAC, making the change next year. That includes 4 of our equestrian teams. So equine is a big thing for us. We are nationally recognized for our equestrian program. For anybody who's not familiar, that's basically working with horses. Our student to faculty ratio is around 17:1. So our average class size is about 17, with the biggest being around 25. So, professors will know you, they'll, be able to figure out what it is you want to do and help you on that path, with internships, things like that. 98% of our students are employed or in graduate school within 9 months of graduation. And to help them out with that, with career services, students can have an internship as early as their sophomore year, and also do research with professors if they're in, a science field. So that helps them in that regard. Our application process is very simple. We accept both the common application as well as our main application on our Centenary website. And the only thing we need to officially review your application is your high school transcript. You can send us an unofficial for the time being. We just need an official if you decide to commit to Centenary. If you are doing any dual enrollment credits as well through your local community college or a college close to you, we would need those official transcripts as well. Letters of recommendation, your personal essay, and standardized test scores are recommended but not required. And our turnaround time is generally between 24 to 48 hours. We want to make sure you guys have that decision as quickly as possible. So here are just a few of our academic programs. This is kind of the general overview. This does not show our concentrations as well as options for minors. So just as an example, business administration, we have concentrations within that in accounting, finance, marketing, management, social media marketing. So a lot for students to kind of mix and match, and we encourage that because we understand that careers don't all necessarily fit in one neat little box. So students can dual major, add a minor, do 2 minors. It's really up to you. We have advisors that'll help you figure out what will put you in the best place to find a job or move on to professional school after graduation. So this is an overview of our first-time freshman scholarships. They are merit-based, so we take a look at your cumulative weighted GPA, and there's no separate application. You are just automatically awarded based on your GPA. So for example, if you land in the 3.3 to 3.79 tier, you would be automatically awarded the faculty scholarship in the amount of $20,000, and that is per year. So it will be split evenly between fall and spring semesters. If at the end of the year, your GPA has actually gone up and bumps you into the next tier, so let's say a 3.79 to a 3.8, we're going to honor that bump up in scholarship and reward your hard work by awarding you the next scholarship up. And that is in addition to any financial aid that you might qualify for through the FAFSA, and our FAFSA code is right there on the screen. So athletics, as I said, we are now competing in the Atlantic East Conference with, I think, 2 of our teams still in the CSAC, but they will be making the transition as well. So 13 men's and women's sports, so baseball, basketball, soccer, as well as our equestrian teams. So you'll see IHSA, IDA, Hunter Jumper, and a lot of our teams in equine are nationally recognized. So for student life, we say, oh, there's nothing to do here, said no Centenary University student ever. There are always events and things to do going on despite our small size. So here are just a few of our more popular events that happen on campus. Our students love midnight munchies. Something special to kind of allude to that community feel that we have, not just with our students, but with our surrounding community, is the tree lighting, which happens as part of our Hackettstown holiday. Hometown holiday. So the entire community is welcome to come and see our big tree lighting, and we light up our big building that was built in the 1900s. So it's a really great way to kind of celebrate the holiday season with the people who support us, which is, again, not only our students and staff, but our surrounding community as well. So there are, again, tons of things to do, including over 50 different clubs and organizations that students are able to join. So again, just a few of them. We have Black Student Union, Campus Ministry, Psych Tones is our on-campus a cappella club. So they do performances at a whole bunch of different student events. And we also have a lot of community service opportunities that a lot of these clubs sponsor, but that students can join on their own as well. And finally, I will drop this contact information in the chat. But if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to either put it in the Q&A box or, like I said, reach out to us, and we are more than happy to work with you to make sure that Centenary is the right place for you. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. And next we will hear from Lycoming College.
Hello all. I'm just gonna pull up my presentation. Can you all see that?
Yes, we can.
Great. I'm just gonna, there we go, start it. Okay, thank you for everyone that's went ahead and introducing me, Matt. My name is Lauren Krause. I work at Lycoming College. I am actually filling in for my colleague, Justin Assant, who would be your admissions counselor. He's actually at a fair in person, so I'm honored to be able to present to you tonight. I'm gonna talk to you a little about who we are and what makes us unique. We are one of the oldest 50 colleges in the nation. We were founded in 1812. We're super prideful in our history. Even one of our cafes on campus is called Cafe 1812. So really inspired by that history. We are a small private liberal arts institution in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. You can see a little bit of the breakdown. We used to be a regional institution, but over the past decade, we've been really drawing in students from all over the nation as well as all over the world, pulling from places like Chicago, Texas, and then also in New Jersey as well. I'll talk a lot about our faculty in the next few minutes, but one thing I want to note is the small ratio that we have. So our classroom sizes are about 12-1, and faculty are super involved with our students, acting as mentors, network opportunities, and pulling them in for various research that our faculty are doing. I might have mentioned that we're an undergraduate institution, so you're never competing with other graduate level students. Our faculty are investing 100% of their time into you. So I'll talk a little bit more about them in a minute, but I wanted to say some of our majors. We do have 43 different majors and 66 different minors, ranging anywhere between STEM to music, all the way to business administration as well. Here are some majors to note. Some of our newer ones like biochemistry or astrophysics with our planetarium on campus is just kind of a small indication of who we are and what we offer. What's really unique about us is since we're a liberal arts institution, we see that our students tailor make their degree to their passions. So anything that students are passionate about, our faculty are inspiring students to even take minors or majors outside of their main program that they're focusing on, just so that our students are well involved in not only their career, but also their passions as well in making that combined. All of our students are required to have an enhanced academic experience. And what that means is our students are out in the field getting their hands dirty, doing things outside the classroom. So in order to reach or maintain that academic experience is fieldwork, internship, research. As I mentioned, our faculty are involved in those research and pulling students in. We've had students that presented at conferences and even been published with our faculty. That top photo there is students working in our Clean Water Institute, studying our hellbenders. Hellbenders are salamanders that actually are super sensitive to the ecosystem, and they study that in order to maintain that kind of environment and that research opportunity. What's really unique about this center is we also provide our students career advisors. So working with our students while they're in their 4 years here and kind of even afterwards as well, helping them on to graduate school or their careers. Life outside of the classroom, we do have over 80 clubs and organizations ranging anywhere between religious to athletic, civic engagement, as well as academic focus. If there's something on campus that doesn't already exist, we encourage our students to be involved in that. One of our kind of claim to fame or something we're really proud about is our outdoor leadership and education department. This is a department that students go on over 80 trips a year, ranging anywhere between bouldering, kayaking, etc. We're proud to be part of the NCAA Division III Mid-Atlantic Conference, and we do actually now have 19 sports that we participate in. We do, as I'm kind of jumping into kind of more of the application and financial aid, we encourage all of our students to submit their FAFSA for any need-based financial need that students may have. With our large endowment that you can see listed here, we're able to provide lots of scholarships to our students, and 100% of our students receive some form of financial assistance from us. And we determine that through FAFSA, but also through our application process that I'll talk about in just a minute. So here you'll see that we are on Common App. A lot of my colleagues before mentioned that they too are on there as well. We're also on Coalition. And here's some timelines to kind of highlight for the seniors, but also juniors looking into next year as well. Some things that we do need for our application are the recommendation letter, a personal essay, our SAT, ACT scores. We ask students to send those in if they enhance their application. If for some reason you're not a great test taker, you're welcome to opt into our test optional policy. However, we do have a requirement for that, and that has to be, you have to be top 50% in your class in order to submit those scores. We are hosting several opportunities for students to come on campus, as well as actually warrior webinars if you're unable to attend anything in person. So our individual appointments are kind of that top portion there about scheduling. We also have an open house coming up November 13th, and we would love to have you all. Here's just kind of an overview of some things I wanted to highlight that I didn't necessarily get to mention in my presentation directly is we do have awesome opportunities for study abroad. And here we have our 95% of the class of 2020 that was either in a graduate program or employed after graduation, which we're super excited about. Thank you all.
Great. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And lastly, we will hear from Florida Memorial University.
All right, everyone, just get my PowerPoint up real quick. Okay, can you all see my PowerPoint?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. Thanks, Matt. Hi, everyone. My name is Gail Nelson. I'm an admissions recruiter here at Florida Memorial University. We are an HBCU, the only HBCU in South Florida. And we are located in Miami, Florida. So it is 90 degrees year round, and you get a chance to learn where the world vacations. One of our biggest slogans is owning your excellence. Being a part of a close-knit environment, each of our students offer something very different, very unique to the world. We're not sure what our students will end up being one day. We have doctors, lawyers, teachers, mathematicians, aeronautical science majors as well. And we like to hone in on those students and having them discover their passions here at Florida Memorial. Given that we're a private HBCU, being a private university, our in-state and out-of-state tuition is the same. So it is $24,000 a year, which I will talk later in the later slides about our school as well. Just to give you some history about our school, we started in 1879 in Live Oak, Florida. And due to racial tensions, we actually got ran out by the KKK and moved down to Miami Gardens, Florida in 1968, where we became Florida Memorial University, having master's degree programs, undergraduate degree programs. One of our most popular majors is actually aviation and aeronautical science. We have our own private plane on campus, so students that are in that aviation department get to actually fly in a plane and get those credit hours as well. Here are a few notable alumni at our school. We have Barrington Irving, Sabrina Fulton, Mr. Thurman, Vanessa Saunders, and Colonel Norma Ellie Jones. Some highlights about our school is that we're ranked 5 in elementary education. Our student athletes record a 3.0 or better GPA. All of our athletes have received all academic honors, so we have a strict program on them. And we're also part of the Social Justice Institute. And being a part of the HBCU pretty much means that the admissions policies are centered around providing access to those who have traditionally been denied access to higher education. An HBCU isn't just for Black people, it is for the entire world. We have a very, very diverse student body. Students from actually all over the world attend our school. Given that we're in Miami, a very diverse city in our country, it is a very diverse campus as well. Some of our unforgettable events and top attractions were down the street, literally from Miami Beach, Brickell, Wynwood, all the top attractions in Miami. So we, like I said before, we learned where the world vacations. Some student life here at FMU, we have 13 varsity sports, Greek life, over 40 student clubs and organizations, marching band, ambassador chorale, Royal Court, graduates banking, things like that. So many different activities that goes on here. Some of our programs of study, we have, like I said before, aviation management, biology and nursing. And that biology and nursing is actually a dual degree, which means that you get your degree in biology and nursing in 4 years. And we have partnerships with FIU and University of Miami to get you right into their medical programs upon graduation. Business administration and School of Education is also another one of our most popular majors as well. Here are some success stories of our students here. We had a student that actually got an internship with NASCAR in their Caribbean culture department as well. The School of Business, we had a student create a energy milk drink that was sold on Amazon. And then for computer science, we have students that compete in something called Hackathon, which is an event that is put on by Nike. And a student, one of our baseball players actually won that event, received a lot of money, and that went toward his tuition as well. So he's debt free. And we're also starting esports as well. We live in an economy where a lot of our younger generation wants to play sports online. So we cater to their audience as well. Here's our education breakdown as far as finances. Like I said before, $24,000 a year is your full tuition, your general fees, and your room and board. Undergraduate will be $16,000. We do have scholarship opportunities as well, full tuition scholarships and full presidential scholarships, which is your room and board, your tuition, and all your general fees as well. Undergraduate admission requirements is a 2.4 weighted GPA. We are test optional, so we don't need your SAT or ACT scores. And we are rolling admissions, and it is a free application, which can be applied right here on this QR code and to visit our campus. We would love to have you guys come down if you're out of state, have you guys fly in, take you around the city, as well as show you guys our campus. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. So we have about 5 minutes left. I'm going to pose a question just to give our representatives here the opportunity to talk a little bit more about their experience and their institution. So I would invite all of our panelists to turn their cams back on if they choose. But my question that I'm going to pose is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We're going to start up at the top with Rutgers University-Camden.
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice I would say is visit. Visit. No matter where you're going to go, I think, you're going to get an education. You're going to get a great education at any university. That visit experience, and if you see yourself on that campus, that is the best advice I could give someone. So think about what you want out and what that experience is.
Great. Next, we will hear from American International College.
Hi, all. I think that one of the best pieces of advice I can offer is research what makes each individual school unique. You heard from us today, and we each had a little bit of something. It's like a big pot, and everyone has its own, flavor and spice. And I think it's just honing into what speaks to you a little more. So research on what makes each school unique, and what about each of those schools stands out to you, and go off of that.
Great, thank you. Next, Centenary University.
Yeah, so just to echo what my colleagues have said, I think visiting is definitely important. Just that's the only way you're going to be able to, understand the culture of the university. But also don't be afraid to ask us questions. That's why we are all here. We've all been through this process before. And so we know the anxieties that you're having, the questions that you have. There's no such thing as a dumb question. So utilize the contact information we've given you and, ask away.
Great. Next, Lycoming College.
I think all the advice that's been given so far is super great, and ones that I thought of to share as well. But I would add, kind of similar to somebody else, but I would say get to know your admissions counselor really well. Our jobs are to advocate for you. So if you're going through the process and don't understand something, or even help with financial aid and understanding that, we're here for you. And that's going to be true at any institution.
Great. And lastly, Florida Memorial University.
Yeah, everyone said great things. It's hard to kind of get what you guys said, but for me, it would be to go where you're wanted, not where you're tolerated. And everyone has said, go to a school where you feel like you'll best fit. So go where a school wants you, because we're all wanting students. And I believe that's one of your greatest assets. Utilize us in like a little negotiation process.
Great. All some great pieces of advice there. That is all the time we have for today. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. Our panelists, thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to chat with some students today. For our students, thank you for taking the time as well to hear from some great colleges. When you click out of here, there will be a quick 5-question survey that will appear on your screen as attendees. If you wouldn't mind filling that out, we'd appreciate it. That's how we make improvements on our events. A reminder to sign up for more sessions. There are 2 more hours of programming this evening. And another reminder that this session and all of our sessions tonight were recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Middlesex in the next few days. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night.